Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching Train to Busan by Yeon San-ho. I haven't watched any of Sang-ho's films before, but I have heard of Train to Busan from many people. I've watched Park Chan-wook's Old Boy recently on the channel, which was excellent, and I'm also a big fan of Bong Joon-ho's Snowpiercer, Mother, and Parasite. About Train to Busan, I don't know any of the actors starring in it, but I believe I am familiar with the actual premise of the movie. Apparently it's a zombie apocalypse film, and it's about how the characters live through the entire situation. I'm expecting a gritty, realistic approach to the subject matter, as everybody who recommended it talked about the emotional impact it had on them. That's all I know though. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reactions to over 30 movies, early access, and weekly polls for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along, of course. Please consider being a patron, please subscribe to the channel, do check out my other videos, like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Train to Busan, Sang-ho, let's go!
아이고 부적이 아니고요.
좀 때도 그러더만. 저놈들 하는 말은 믿을 수가 있어야지. 에이.
Yeah, it's not the best decision to. I see blood on the street. It's a deer.
에이, 재수 없으려니까 진짜.
I think that was foreshadowing, as if anything could be worse. It's still alive. Oh no, it's infected! So it's not only humans that get infected, it's wildlife too. Train to Busan.
상무님,
This has to be the main character because I recognize him from the poster. There are news stories of dead fish. I think Sang-ho's giving us a little exposition through visuals.
관련 종목 뽑아서 전부 던져.
파장이 있을 텐데요.
전부 매도해 지금 바로. 요즘 애들 뭐 좋아하는지 그런 거 좀 아나?
Gift for kids. That means he has a child.
됐어. 우리 괜히 소송이니 그런 걸로 서로 힘 빼지 말자.
He's not the most present father.
수환이가 내일 여길 오겠대. 자기 혼자서라도. 내일 내 생일인 거는 아는 거지?
알아.
I like his watch. He's wearing a Rolex Datejust. Oh, looks like he's pretty wealthy, judging by his house, and he can afford to have a housekeeper.
여보를 마중 나오면 되잖아.
That must be the girl, his daughter, who we see in the poster.
왜? 빨리 풀어봐.
It's a we. She already has one.
이번 어린이날
Oh.
원하는 거 있으면 말해봐.
부산 엄마한테 가고 싶어요.
잘했다.
And he's divorced. That makes sense.
나영이 수환이 생각도 해야지.
엄마, 그냥 제가 알아서 할게요.
It's his mother, not the housekeeper. Oh, it must be the recital he missed. She doesn't look like she's happy at all.
이따가 봐.
Sang-ho is doing a pretty good job in introducing us to the main characters.
모든 일이 그래. 시작하면 중간에 포기하면 안 되는 거. 그건 안 한 것만 못 하는 거.
That is good advice. Oh man, this is all a precursor to what we're about to see.
수아라, 저기 무슨 일 났나 봐.
So he's actually keeping his promise. There hasn't been any overt music used yet. It's clean camera work. Everything so far seems routine.
진이다. 야.
Couple of high school kids as well. Probably a sports team.
뭐 듣냐? 야, 넌 내가 좋다고 하면 받아들이면 돼, 네 운명을.
그럼. 야 운명.
이왜 싸워? 대전까지 1시간이면 가는데. 먹어. 아예 안 먹어.
Bunch of older ladies. Oh no! Oh no. That woman is infected. That was really well shown. We didn't see anything at all, but we know exactly what's happening.
이상한 사람이 하나 타고 있는 것 같은데. 어디?
They probably don't even know who's in there, right? That was a misdirection. I expected that girl to be in there.
우리 엄마가 그렇게 말하는 사람은 나쁜 사람이랬는데.
니네 엄마가 공부 열심히 안 하셨나 보다 야.
Oh no.
여기는 안에 2명 있어. 있어서 오래 걸리니까
저기 저쪽 화장실로 가. 잘 되고 있어요? 편하게.
손님 괜찮으세요?
이거 생각보다 심각한데요? 그 밤사이 벌어진 게 안산만이 아니에요.
저 그렇지. 다치겠네. 아이고,
I think she just died. Or I don't know the rules of the zombies in this film yet. Do you have to die first and then switch, or are they technically still alive? Ah, these inhuman noises. Even though the sound is absolutely minimal, the sound design is very good. Whoa! Stuff just got real. This one's turning really fast. I guess it depends on the intensity of the bite, because the first girl was bitten on the leg, so it took more time compared to getting bitten on the neck. Oh man! Amazing camera work here. Okay, they're definitely fast-moving zombies. Oh man. It's a pregnant woman. Dude, this is so over the top and just crazy. It's kind of reminding me of World War Z, which I have seen but I don't remember very well. But that was too much CGI for my taste.
그 사람들 문 열 줄 모르는 것 같아.
Oh, they don't know how to open it.
보이니까 달려드나 봐.
Smart.
너 나한테 할 얘기 좀 있지 않아?
그거 말 조심해요. 당신만 위험했던 거 아니니까.
너 내 저쪽으로 한 던져버리라니까. 일로 와.
그만해.
천안 아산역에 정차하지 않습니다.
무조건 천안역에 세워요. 알았어?
너랑 수환이는 괜찮지?
Oh no, the mom is bitten. He's literally hearing his mom die. All the sound just cuts out. Excellent direction by Sang-ho. There's nothing they can do for them. Man, the makeup work in this film is amazing. And it looks like a big budget movie. Oh man, even the visual effects are very well done. Obviously there are so many parallels to the 2020 coronavirus, but I'm not going to focus on that. I'm just going to focus on the film.
엄마 전화기가 꺼져 있어요.
I just noticed, yeah, they're right. They haven't called the mom in Busan yet.
할머니 여기 앉으세요.
지금 같은 때는 자기 자신이 제일 우선이야. 알았어?
우리 할머니도 맨날 무릎 아파요.
Oh, I just realized that that elder lady just reminded her of her own grandmother. And that's why she was sympathetic.
우리 열차는 대전역까지만 운행합니다.
야, 대전은 들어갈 수 있어? 왜 안 돼?
Oh no.
친아빠?
네.
아빠 뭐 하는 사람인데?
증권사 펀드 매니저예요.
He's a fund manager.
다 남들 피 빨아먹고 사는 새끼.
윤상화, 너 애 앞에서 못한 소리가 없어.
Is that supposed to be metaphorical? He's actually a bloodsucker?
이름은 아빠가 게을러 터져서 아직 지어지지 않았어.
만져봐.
They actually love each other, this couple, but it's one of those couple who thrive in conflict in a way.
이거 아저씨가 만든 거야? 맞잖아. 아니야?
I love how Sang-ho is mixing up these light moments with the craziness, or else it would just been too intensive.
그쪽 애들한테는 제가 따로 얘기해 놓을게요.
It's that homeless guy, I assume. The color grading of this film is very bright and almost washed out. I don't know how that'll go with the rest of the film, but for now it's working. It's the baseball team, I assume, since they have baseball bats.
우리 이거 떼어버리고 부산까지 기관차만 갑시다.
뭘 이걸 떼자고?
이 씨를 봉쇄하고 있다고.
아까 통화한 거 다 들었어.
He recognizes him.
자기밖에 몰라. 엄마도 떠난 거잖아요.
Oh man, deep cuts. And he's flabbergasted and he has nothing to say because it's probably true. Oh crap! I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised at the number of them. There is no safety here. camera work and the editing style is so frantic when it needs to be, and it's a little jarring, but I'm still able to follow the story. Oh. Oh man, I love that couple. I'm so stressed. Sang-ho is repeatedly showing us humanity is not dead. There are several characters who care about other people. Amazing camera work. How Sang-ho's just zoomed out and zoomed back in. And I also love how Sang-ho is not giving the characters themselves enough time to reflect on anything. It's just happening to them every second.
출발해주세요.
Either that's amazing stunt work, or that's amazing prop work, or that's amazing CGI. Whatever it was, that was really, really, really amazing. How the bodies just piled on top of each other. Dude, no. I love how they're forming an unlikely friendship. Asian films are shot so differently to Hollywood films. It's insane how they have different establishing shots and just creatively so different, and I love it. Again, the makeup work done on each and every one of them is really decent.
무조건 전속력으로 달려.
How are they going to get through that horde? That literal horde of zombies.
내 칸만 가면 돼. 너 펀드 매니저라며. 그럼 잘 알겠네. 쓸모 없어지면 그냥 버리고 가는 거.
There's always room for sarcasm. There's finally music kicking in, and it's action music. And excellent camera work. That dude is strong. Oh man, it's the rest of his team.
나와.
Oh, wait a second. I just realized they can't see in the dark. They can only hear in the dark. Wow, there's a lot of understanding between them. I knew Sang-ho was going to use the dark at some time, and he is. And he's using it so smartly.
이제 어떡하죠?
Smart. Oh.
아, 내 덕분에 네 딸내미 다시 만난 기분이 어때?
최악의 벨소리가 그게 뭡니까?
그 벨소리 어떻게 바꾼 거냐? 웃어?
2분 정도 볼 수 있는 터널이 있어요.
네가 왜 그렇게 길을 쓰고 사는지 알게 되지 않겠냐?
Wow.
뭐야 그 눈빛은? 말이 좀 멋있냐? 어?
Amazing dialogue here.
제 친구가 일로 온대요.
감염 안 된 거 확실해?
감염 안 된 거 확실하냐고!
Weirdly, I can relate to him though. Ooh, that is a way. This is so creative. I don't think I've ever seen a zombie movie handled like this before. Oh, no, homeless dude. Very cool.
야, 뭐야 빨리 가라!
survival of the fittest. I remember the... Oh no! Oh no! Oh man, poor girl.
오지마 저기요. 가. 빨리 좀 가.
Oh
힘 빠지게.
man.
빨리. 우리 성경이 좀 미안해.
He does apologize to him at the end.
윤선! 딸 이름 샤넬이야.
Oh no. He's giving them a fight. And we get emotional music as he's trying to hold off the horde by himself. What a fantastic ending to that character. With every ounce of his humanity he's trying to hold back. This acting is just so good.
이 새끼 감염됐어. 아무래도 저희랑 함께 있을 수 없을 것 같습니다.
Oh man, I thought the rest of them would take the dad's side, but no.
너 여기 있는 게 더 안전할 것 같아.
싫어.
These two families kind of became one family. That was so beautifully shown. I can't settle on the character of the COO though. He doesn't have much humanity left in him anymore.
그러게 왜 그렇게 힘들게 살았어?
Dude, what are you thinking? No, no, no. That doesn't justify... Don't open the door. Oh, shoot. They are all dead. I don't agree with that woman's decision to open the door. And I like the fact that the director is using, usually in zombie movies, darkness is supposed to be more scary, but in this film, darkness is when they're safe. That's a very interesting change that I noticed from other zombie films.
아빠가 엄마한테 꼭 데려다 줄게.
아빠를 다시는 못 보게 될 것 같아서. 계속 같이 있어줄 거죠?
How can you deny her with those eyes, man?
부산은 조기 방어에 성공했대요.
확실해? 어디서 얻은 정보야? 어?
우리가 작전 걸어서 억지로 살려낸 그 유선 바이어요.
It's their project.
우리 그냥 시키는 대로 하는 사람들이잖아요.
Yeah, they're not getting through that.
우리 열차는 현재 이곳 동대구에서 멈추게 됐습니다. 운행 가능한 열차를
Dude, these two still are alive!
선로 위에 올려놓겠습니다.
So they have to move to another train. I can't believe the COO and the other dude, they're still alive. That was a huge surprise.
부산은 안전할 거란 얘기를 들었어요.
That was a good jump scare. Oh no, not that look. He's going to sacrifice him to save himself. I have really bad words for this man. Holy crap! That's not CGI, they actually lit up a old train to do that. Come on, these special effects are impressive. Oh!
야 어떡해.
Oh, if Sang-ho doesn't give this guy a spectacular death, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. I'm actually rooting for him to die. Just die, man. No, conductor! He directly caused the deaths of so many people. Initially, I was kind of with him. I got where he's coming from. But no, his character is beyond irredeemable now. Look at this incredibly tight camera work. And the homeless man sacrifices himself. What a brave man. He wanted to live just like the COO, but not at the expense of unborn children. In real life, people would be more like the COO rather than the homeless man. It's wide open, you can see the entire frame. I'm so impressed with Sang-ho's work. I heard there's a sequel to this film. I don't know whether it's this caliber or not, but I have to go check it out just to see what he made, if he was involved in making the sequel. Wow, again, either it's excellent CGI or excellent prop work here. Whatever it is mighty impressive. He's dead. But he opened the door?
저 무서워요. 엄마가 집에서 기다려요. 감염됐어.
And he doesn't realize that he's infected. If Sang-ho's trying to make me feel bad for him, I'm not. These tracking shots are really on point. Oh man, no. The dad's dead.
아무래도 이게 브레이크 같아요. 안전한 데가 나오면 이걸 다 끼우면 돼요. 아줌마 앞에 끝까지 꼭 붙어 있어야 돼.
가지마. 내가 잘못했어. 제발 가지마. 가지마.
I have nothing to say that except this is written and shot beautifully. The screams of Suyan are really unsettling. I don't like that at all. And Sang-ho had to show us a flashback as he's turning, as if they're his final memories. What a beautiful scene. This is the end of the line. I don't know what to expect at all. Again, just no music at all. Please don't end here. Okay, looks like Busan might be safe.
이와 성인 여성으로 추정 이상.
니들은 어디서 나온 거냐?
They can't even tell.
확인 불가능하다고 보고해.
사살하라 이상.
What? Oh man. It's the song she learned for her father and she sang at the recital.
노래하고 있다 이상. 생존자 접근 중!
And it's echoing what her father said to her, never to start something and not finish it, and she finished the song. Damn. What a movie. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. This was probably the best zombie film from the last decade. It was amazing. Sang-ho deserves the highest praise for the chaotic way he handled this movie. He even managed to add in some humor and moral dilemmas to the plot, which really elevated it from the average zombie flick. Even though the plot wasn't unique in any way, he somehow managed to make it better than the sum of its individual parts, which is a rare and difficult thing to achieve in this cutthroat profession. Let's get into it and start with the directing by Yeon San-ho and the writing by Park Joo-suk. The writer and director start the plot with the audience being introduced to a couple of characters, including Seok-woo, a divorced and distant father and fund manager. He misses his daughter's recital and is compelled by her to take her to Busan so that she can be with her mother. It's really sad. Between these scenes though, Sang-ho gives the audience a lot of visual exposition, slowly explaining that something has gone horribly wrong in the country. That was an excellent choice, since it gave him a lot of time to establish his main characters. A couple of others included the pregnant woman and her husband, the baseball team, the cheerleader, the homeless man, and the COO. We'll talk about them later. As the outbreak starts on the train, Sang-ho does an amazing job with building the tension by ramping it up to 11 immediately and then switching back to a slower pace for a couple of minutes for the audience to breathe and absorb all the information. The COO, who I initially sided with because I understood where he was coming from, quickly became the primary antagonist of the film. I didn't consider the zombies antagonists at all, since they were not human beings with a conscience, but the COO was. The sacrifice made by the pregnant woman's husband, the train conductor, and the homeless man really made me emotional, because Sang-ho kept reminding us that humanity was not dead despite their circumstances. In some cases, like the baseball player who was hopeless, and it was very hard for him just to give up and watch him die after losing his girlfriend, I assume. A lot of the plot points came full circle, like the words in the beginning uttered by the truck driver about how could things get worse after hitting the deer, and how Suyan's father tells her to never start something unless you plan to finish it. And she does finish her song at the end. And holy crap, that had a huge emotional impact on me. The film ended perfectly too, with only the pregnant woman and Suyan surviving, but barely. But at least it ended on a positive note, with us, the audience, knowing that Busan is safe, that at least it's a safe zone. I appreciated that. Excellent writing and directing overall. The cinematography and the editing were very good too, with the latter being better than the former. The cinematography really shone in the wider shots in the train stations, in the third act specifically, and the beautiful tracking shots littered throughout the film. The tight shots of the actors' performances, that was also very well done. The editing was excellent, with shaky cam done right for once, unlike Zack Snyder, who I consider to be very mediocre or outright bad when it comes to this particular technique. During the dramatic and emotional moments, though, the editing slows down considerably as to not make the viewing experience too confusing or jarred. The CGI, practical effects, props, set design, and stunt work were all top-notch. Although I shouldn't, I'm going to lump all these aspects into one section, since I could go on for 20 or 25 minutes talking about each individual aspect, and my audience retention rates would just plummet. So I'm not going to do that. Asian films, Japanese and Korean specifically, can really utilize their budget well, as they have less overhead costs compared to Hollywood. This allows them to be more agile and to spend the same amount of money more efficiently. And it really showed in this film. Terrific work here. Gong Yoo and Kim Soo played Seok-woo and Suyan respectively. Their estranged father-daughter relationship was the central driving force of the plot of the film for me. Both their performances were fantastic, and I have to credit the little girl for her acting skills as her father sacrifices himself at the end. Ma Dong-seok and Jung Yu-mi played the pregnant couple who form an unlikely bond with the father and daughter. Their camaraderie gave me hope for humanity. I loved their acting and the bravery of the husband and the resilience of his wife. Both their performances were splendid to watch. Kim Yoo-sung played Yeon Suk, the COO of a company who only cared about himself. The actor played his role very well, with a certain arrogance to his performance, as if he was the most important person in the world, only concerned about himself. I really get self-preservation and self-interest, but this man was outright evil, directly causing the deaths of several people, including the conductor, the baseball player, and his girlfriend, and even more people in the train when one of the groups were trying to get in. And that's why I consider him to be the primary antagonist of the film. I don't have any outright criticisms of the plot, since it was a very straightforward story. One thing I might say that it really didn't add anything to the zombie genre. By that I mean it didn't add anything new. I've seen all of this before. Not that I'm complaining. Sang-ho built upon the works of others and almost made the perfect zombie movie. Overall, that was a great 2 hours, and this was an awesome movie. I highly recommend it. I believe this will go down as a zombie classic in the future. I heard there's a sequel though. Was it made by Sang-ho again? If so, is that worth a watch? Do let me know in the comments. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron. Subscribe to the channel. Like if you liked this video. Dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.